No.
Count on it. Wasn't a bad jump by Gibbs on the bottom at all.
Oh, Ty Gibbs is loose.
He's running off the racetrack. Larson around the outside.
And Kyle Larson's going to put those guys 3 wide on the top.
Not what Blaney wanted to be, in the middle, 3 wide.
Yeah, Blaney's not going to be able to
squeeze.
Little door bang right there with Kyle Larson, but he's not going to be able to not going to be able to clear them.
More contact.
Dropped off of him, and he's going to be stuck right there again.
Oh.
Gibbs Larson drive away. Blaney now has to battle Reddick.
And that's what I was talking about earlier. When you're on that second row on those restarts, you just don't know how the chaos is going to work out. Kyle Larson put him in a bad position.
3 wide.
He's come out on the short end of the stick, he and Denny Hamlin.
The big loser here was Hamlin, who restarted in the second row and is now back to 7th. Reddick's not done yet. Looking to the inside of Larson. Out of nowhere. Great restart for him. Not at all what Blaney wanted.
And really what those guys, Christopher Bell and Ty Gibbs, want right now, they want this 5 car and the 45 car to race this 12 as long as they can. Christopher Bell especially, to try to get that gap as far out as possible, because you know that the 12 is fast. But now you've got him buried back there in 5th place.
Hamlin continues to fade. He's back to 9th. I know that 12th car, that driver behind the wheel is so frustrated. I'm frustrated for him up here watching today.
Well, nothing's gone right for him. As you look at Denny Hamlin right here, he started right beside Ryan Blaney, and he has not done anything on this restart after restarting 3rd. So we know that the 11 hasn't been great on the short runs, and when you're in a position to not be great on the short runs, it puts you very vulnerable with everybody else as you go through these first couple laps. So he's starting to make some ground back forward, back on the outside of William Byron right here. And a lot of times, Clint, when your car is good on the long run like that, you give up those first handful of laps with the car having whatever handling characteristic it does, whether it's tight or loose, and you just have to wait for the tires to come in.
The problem is you end up spending the rest of the run passing the cars you gave up on the restart.
That's right.
Rinse and repeat. Yeah, because while you're waiting, everybody's going past you and producing this log jam right here.
Look at Austin Dillon right there. We talked about him being good. He's got himself racing for 8th spot right here.
It's a good run for him. Basically the lone wolf RCR car still out there and holding strong. 3rd place, Tyler Reddick coming back toward the front. Blaney looking on and diving for the bottom.
Yeah, and Tyler Reddick can just not clear Kyle Larson up on the outside right there. And that's allowed Ryan Blaney to get underneath the 45 car.
Blaney must make quick time with these cars if he's going to have any.
What does it feel when you're sliding backwards across the track?
Yeah, I'm not really 100% sure what happened there. I guess I didn't realize I was 3 wide. Thought I was still 2, but even then, it still seemed like there was some room there, but just ran out of space in the 1. Just seemed like racing, I guess. It just is what it is. And then I didn't mean to get to Ross there. From the start, I had a run and kind of went down to the bottom with me, and gosh, it's been a rough day. So we had a good show, Pentola Mustang. You know, we were probably a top 3 car, maybe 4 car. It just really hurts to be here. Yeah. Thanks, Joey.
Started from the pole and out of the race, Joey Logano.
Yeah, and you hear the disappointment in Joey. I think he knows he could have prevented both of those wrecks. So he's frustrated with the situation and himself more than anything, it sounds like.
And he also came into today, how could you not, thinking you were going to be a factor to win this race, and he was. 4th place battle, Larson and Reddick. Denny Hamlin has rebounded. He's coming back forward, having passed Bubba Wallace. And that's right into what you were saying. The car just doesn't take off very well in a short run, but long when it comes right to it, right?
Yeah. And to be extraordinary on the long runs here, you're going to have to give up some of those laps. It's just a matter of how many laps you give up and how much faster are you than the rest of the field. But unfortunately for Denny, he's not faster than Christopher Bell and Ryan Blaney as the run gets towards the end of those runs. So he winds up being better than the other guys on the long run, but it's not going to put him in a position to win the race unless we have a caution or something here at the end.
Daniel Suarez, the third driver knocked out of the race in that crash, also released from the care center. 28 drivers on the lead lap. Ross Chastain running 26 laps down. Everybody else is on the lead lap here, Larry, with 32 to go.
Yeah, Mike, I know we've had 10 cautions, and I'm not sure we're done with cautions yet, but when you look at the 8 races here with the Gen 7 car, average of the last caution sitting there right now, 31 laps to go, 2 overtime finishes, including last fall, and believe it or not, Phoenix all-time 11 overtime finishes, third only behind Daytona and Talladega.
It's like a rotor.
We got lucky with a caution right here.
Yeah, and you see the right front tire down on that 88 car of Connor Zillage.
See Blaney Fink is looking at the inside, for second place. So we stay green. Blaney's lap time's a few hundredths of a second quicker than Christopher Bell. If we stay green to the finish, it'll be a run of 49 laps. One of the longer runs today.
Well, he's going to have to put up some spectacular laps right here with 30 to go to be able to make that gap up to Christopher Bell. Not saying that he can't do it, but how much, if he does do it, how much does he have left to be able to maneuver around behind that car? That has been the struggle of this 12 car the last 2 weeks, of being in traffic once he finally gets there to be able to have the turn to be able to make the pass.
Well, let's talk about that real quick. All right, in the event that he does catch him, right? This time, Kevin, the difference will probably be in lap traffic. That